We are going to solve equations with variables on both sides. So the steps, there can be many steps involved when solving equations with variables on both sides. So let's look at what we have here. First thing you want to do is draw your line down your equal sign. That way you can see it a little bit clearer. You have your left-hand side and your right-hand side. Step 1, eliminate any parentheses by either side, on either side of the equation by using distributive property. So we'll look, there's a parentheses here. So I need to distribute the 4. Since there's a plus right here, it means it's a positive 4. So we're going to multiply the 4 times the 1 and the 4 times the 5x. The negative 8x just is brought down. And then 4 times 1 is 4. And then 4 times the 5x is plus 20x. Equals. Right-hand side, nothing to do. All we got to do is carry it down. So we eliminated the parentheses using the distributive property. Step 2, combine any like terms. So we'll look at the left-hand side. What are the like terms here? Right, you got to take that sign with it. So we could put those together. Yep, negative 8 plus 20 to get positive 12x plus 4 equals the left-hand side, nothing to do. X minus 40. Step 3, use inverse operations to move all the variable to one side in the equation, one side of the equation. Usually what I want to do is I want to move the smaller variable. And that helps with trying to get your variable to be positive if you move the smaller variable to the other side. So if we look at our two sides, yeah, the negative 6x is the smaller variable. That's the one I want to move. So I'm going to add 6x to both sides. And then now it's a simple problem like we have been doing. Make sure you're writing all these notes down. So we need to move this plus 4 to the other side by subtracting 4. Negative 14 minus 4. Negative 18. And then divide by 18. Divide by the number in front of x. Negative 1. There's actually one more step, checking your answer. To check your answer, substitute it back into the original equation and solve. Or we can do the store button. So I want to put negative 1, store, so remember store is right here, store as x. And now we're going to put in the left side, push enter, and then put in the right side. So what you will write down is like negative 8 equals, let's make sure the other side does the same thing. And it does. Both sides equal negative 8. So that means we did it correctly. So we can write negative 8 for the left side, negative 8 for the right side, put a check mark. Did y'all get it? Did it work? Another thing that you can do, I don't know if your teachers have taught you this, but you can put that in and then go to second math, which is test. Put an equal sign in there and then put this in. Yeah. And then whenever you push enter, 1 means true, 0 means false. You'll put in the equation and then go to test, which is second math for the equal sign. And then put the other side in there. You can type it out or you can arrow up and it'll grab it and pull it down if you push enter. 1 means true, 0 means false. So like if I put 15 equals 12, it's going to say 0, which means false. If I say 15 equals 15, it's going to say 1, which means true. So you can do it that way also. Okay, let's go to the inside of our foldable. Let's look at some special cases. So the first one is going to be no solution. This is when you solve an equation with variables on both sides and eliminate the variables completely, leaving an untrue statement. The equation has no solutions. A way to represent no solution is a 0 with a line through it. That is a no solution. Let's draw our line down the equal sign so we can look at our first example that's already been worked for us. So we have 8x equals 6 equals 2, parentheses, 4x plus 5. So whenever you distribute, looks like this. And you get 8x minus 6 equals 8x plus 10. So see how they both have 8x, but one has plus something, one has minus something? You can't have the same. You can't say an apple plus a banana equals an apple plus an orange. It's not necessarily going to be true. So you subtract the 8x on both sides. They simplify out, and you're just left with negative 6 equals 10. But does negative 6 equals 10? No. This is a false statement. So write the word false. Anytime you get a false statement, then you have a no solution, a 0 with a slash through it. That means no solutions. So when you have variables on both sides, it could happen where your variables will simplify out and you're just left with numbers. If they're not equal, then it's a false statement, meaning no solution. Okay, you could have infinite solutions. When you solve an equation with variables on both sides and eliminate the variables completely, leaving a true statement, the equation has an infinite number of solutions. We can write this using two different symbols. We can use infinity for infinite number of solutions, so that's like a sideways 8. Or you can put all real numbers, which is an R, with an extra line. That means all real numbers. That means any real number you substitute in could work for that equation. So this was changed a little bit. So look at the top, 8x minus 6 is still the same. But the right side is 2 parentheses 4x minus 3. So it's a little different. So we distribute. Go ahead and draw your line down your equal sign too. When you distribute, you get 8x minus 6. And look at both sides. See how it says 8x minus 6 equals 8x minus 6? You subtract 8x on both sides, and they simplify out. And you get negative 6 equals negative 6. That is true. So our solution is infinite number of solutions. Or you can write it as all real numbers. Either symbol will work. All real numbers or infinite. So let's go to our 4 examples down here. We'll start with the one on the left. Step 1, draw your line down your equal sign. We're going to distribute. So let's look on the left side. There's a parentheses. In front of the parentheses is a positive 4. So we're going to distribute the positive 4. So we have 8x plus 4 times 4, 16x. 4 times a negative 3 is a negative 12. You getting it down? Is it working? Following? All right, the next side, what do I need to do? Yep. 24x plus 16, and then minus 4. Okay, we need to combine like terms on the left side. What are we going to combine? 8x and 16x. 24x. Minus 12 equals 24x. And then we have a 16 minus 4. If I have 16, I take 4 away. I get a positive 12 there. Then we need to move the x. What happens whenever you move the x? It cancels it out on both sides. And what are we left with? Negative 12 equals positive 12. Is that true? No, that's false. So then what's our answer? Which means no solution. To check this, you would just plug in any number. I'm not going to require you to check these. I'm not quite sure how to check them, actually. Let's go to this next one. Draw your line down your equal sign. Go ahead and distribute. I did the first step, so check mine with yours. Make sure your first step is correct. And so what do I have once I combine these? And remember how I said move the smaller one? What are we going to move?
The smaller one is the negative 8.
Let's say 8x. No, because one's negative, one's positive. It's a positive 5. So I put plus there. I need to get the x all by itself. What's keeping 5x from being by itself? This 5 right here? So I need to subtract it. And then what? What's 40 divided by 5? So x equals 8. We do need to check it. So let's store it in there. So 8 store x. I'm about to come around and check and see if y'all are doing this. I want to see y'all's calculator. You needed to store it first. So you put 8 store x. Remember, the store is right above the on button. If you'd rather sub it in than use the store, that's fine too. You didn't use store first. You do, I'm sorry, 8. You store and then put that. Second click. Now do 8. Store. Now put this in the left side. So first, what you can do is you can do this, and then the second now equals, and then put that in. Yep. You can do it like that, though. You can do that one, and then do the other side. You do 5 minus 3x. 5 minus 3x. And you say what equals. You like the other one? The 1 and the 0? All right, so they both, whenever you check it, it's negative 19 equals negative 19, or you could have put this in, then hit second math for tests to get equals, and then the other side, push enter, and as long as you get a 1, that means it's a true solution, so you did it correctly. All right, let's look at the next one. Simplify the left side first. What can we simplify? 16 plus 6. So we get 22 minus 2x equals, what else do I combine on the right side? 46 minus 5x. Which x am I going to move? The 5x, because it's negative, so it's a bigger number. So I'm going to add 5x to both sides. You can move the other one, but the reason I do that is to try to get my x to be positive. And so now it's a simple problem once you've simplified and moved it. So we need to subtract 22 on both sides. X is 8 again. So make sure you put 8 store X. And then you can put this in. I need y'all to all check it. To get that equals, you do second math, and that's for the test. And you can get an equal sign. If you want to write that down to help you along. And so what I did was I put the left-hand side equals the right-hand side. I get a 1. 1 means true. That means I did it correctly. If you want to do them separately, you can. If you want to do the 16 minus 2x plus 6, 38 minus 5x plus 8. Whenever you check it, you get 6 equals 6. So it's true. 8 is x. All right, last example. The left-hand side, what do I need to do first?
On the left side.
Left side. Yep. Right side, though? Mm-hmm. What do you notice about the sides? They're the same. So whenever you take the 12x away, what are you left with? Equals. What does that mean our solution is? It's true. So our solution is infinity or all real numbers. It's infinite number of solutions. Let me tell you about your assignment. You're going to glue this in on page 11 in just a minute. Hang on a sec. Let me go ahead and tell you about your assignment. We're just doing A through F today. And it says, as you solve each equation, write the letter beside the equation on your notebook paper. So you're going to work this out on paper. A through F today. So if you want to put Monday, A through F. And then Tuesday is going to be G through P. On the back, you are going to sort these letters according to what kind of solution. If you get an answer like this one, where you get x equals 8, you would put the letter here, and then x equals that number. That's one solution. No solution is when it's a false statement, so you put a 0 with a slash. And then infinite is whenever it is true. You're going to sort them, so you're going to have to solve A through F and then sort them.
Where we just have like 6 equals 6.
Then, like this,
Yeah.
This solution is infinite, so you'd put it in the infinite solution box.